So this is the water wash wall. So you're going to take your sign, and at this point you need to get into the habit of not touching the surfaces. So don't do this right here, okay? So as soon as you get to the washing and cleaning part, you need to start holding it on the edges. We are not super fancy or clean in this shop because it's a general purpose shop that does a lot of things. So we're pretty limited on how clean we can get these. But our fingerprints have oil that when you touch the surface of the metal, you're going to end up getting rust there. So this cleaning process is a part of the process to eliminate the rust from forming underneath the paint that we are about to apply. So you can mess up the paint job in 100 different ways, but we need to focus first on getting a clean surface to get to the painting process. So once you get done with the grinding, at that point, you just, in your own head, you're only allowed to touch your metal by the edges, okay? Something like that, don't touch the actual face or back surfaces. You're asking for dirt, contaminant, oil from your fingers to get onto it, okay? So we need to scrub the oils off of this. We need to scrub any dirt, any grinder residue, anything that's just going to be on it. We need to remove it. So we have a degreaser. It's either going to be here or it's going to be hanging up underneath here. We have a hose that I haven't turned on yet today. But you spray, keep this area clean. If you're spraying on the floor, if you're spraying on the wall or the window, you're doing something wrong. The expectation is that this area is kept clean, and that means that we're not standing in puddles, okay? That adds more layers of complication to actually getting a proper sign and just for safety in the shop. So there's several spots on this wall, and you can see, like here's the big one, where there's a magnet. I can see metal shavings sticking to that one. So we're going to start with the back first, and we paint the same way. You start with the back first. We'll stick to it. If the sign's too big or you don't want to use that, there's a ledge right down here that your sign can sit on. You're going to spray once or twice with the green or purple degreaser. It's a degreaser to help get the grease and oil off of it. You're going to use the brush. You're going to be pushing pretty hard to get all that off. You're probably going to have to hold it and scrub like this, go in a couple different directions. Rinse it off, and then flip it over. You're going to spray it once or twice. You don't need much degreaser. Scrub it really hard. That's what you do need a lot of. The more you scrub this, the better job you're going to get with this. If you just barely, lightly do this, you're wasting your time. What are you even doing? Scrub hard. Rinse it all off. Get your sign off of there. If you want to, go ahead and hold it here and rinse it off again. Again, keeping the water going onto the wall and getting into this gutter and going down into the drain and not all over the floor. At this point, we need to go over to the oven, or already have the hooks over here, would be easier. And you're going to use 2 hooks. So for this whole powder coating process, you need to have 2 hooks. This sign does not have 2 holes, but almost every other sign that you're going to create will have mounting holes located. You're going to get the hook on both sides, and then you're going to take it over to the oven, have somebody over there or somebody close by open the oven for you, and you're going to hang this up in the oven. So a thin sign like this, doesn't matter how big it is, just a thin sign, 18 gauge metal, you're going to hang up for 15 minutes. This allows all of the water to dissipate. This allows time for the metal to heat up, and anything that might still be trapped to come out. And then hopefully as you inspect it before you powder coat it, you can see any oils that come out of the pores themselves surfacing on the metal. If it was a piece of metal that was dirty or greasy or anything car parts related, if you end up powder coating something later on in here or later at home that's actually been in service, that preheating allows a lot of oil to come out, and so at that point you're just going to reclean it, re-preheat it, and check it again. And maybe you need to do it 2 or 3, 4 times before you get your metal truly clean to where the powder isn't going to be ruined by oils and greases that continue to ooze out of the pores of the metal. So again, we're practicing holding on the sides. Get 2 hooks, hang this up in the oven for 15 minutes, and then the next video is going to show you how to use the powder coating equipment and how to operate that and all the details there.